Father, can we please stop here? I'm tired of climbing all these steps.
Just a little farther, boy. I must show you something.
What? Whoa!
Do you see it, boy? Out beyond the docks. Out beyond the horizon.
Wow.
Oh, Grayson. My father helped found this town, my boy. He was one of the finest tradesmen of his day. And one of the few tradesmen so successful in the wake of the Age of Dragons.
And he sent out ships and received them? From here? Into that?
Indeed, my son. And someday, you will do so too, just as I learned after my father. Oh, Grace. Why do you look so glum? Is it still that girl picking on you and the young Emerson boy?
I just think it'd be fun to explore all that. Not stay here.
But Grayson, these walls are protection. They are security. Even Citadel doesn't have walls this thick, nor guns this big. Look at that cannon. My father helped commission those giant cannons. At least the new ones. He said some were here long before him. You are just one part of this town, Grayson. But you are part of a much bigger picture. Behind us there, the district's food, textile, medical, smithing, banking, all of them. This is our home. This is who we are as Cothlestones. I need you to be strong, boy.
Why?
I talked with Smith lately. An appointment, actually. He ran some tests. Try to stay strong until winter's death.
You're dying! But Father, you can't die! You can't! I won't let you!
Don't cry, my boy. Don't cry. You'll have to be strong. For your mother, your sister. Whatever happens, Grace, you know I love you very much.
Welcome to the Tombs of Time! I'm the Frazzled Timekeeper, and here are my victims, guests, will now introduce themselves, starting with my lovely, very patient fiancé.
I am Nolan Paranoid on TikTok, and on Twitch, where I do my own campaign with these guys. And then it's posted to my YouTube under Nulla Moore, which is the same as my name here. And I play the group's barbarian, Niela Vokane, who is very prone to getting in unfortunate circumstances.
Yeah, you're very prone to also knocking other people prone. Hello. I am a fiance, but not their fiance.
No, we are Christian here. We're not.
Exactly. I am the Black Doctor. Of course, you know me here on TikTok. I do stuff on YouTube, Instagram, Patreon, yada yada yada. I also role play in her D&D campaign, also in Tales of the Aesir. But here I am the illustrious holy man, also I guess bishop in a half shell, Donatello.
And, I wanted to return to TikTok, but not under duress, and, we are here under duress. Because we were trying to just have a normal session, and, what's it called?
Technology
StreamYard
hates our guts.
was like, no, everything's gonna echo as long as my audio channel is gonna be running. So we're here now.
Technology hates our guts.
And, yeah. Who wants to recap where we last left our heroes?
Well, I'll try to recap as much as I can remember. Basically, we finished off the battle, which was already over. We ran across two lovers, and of course their parents. We're basically in a Romeo and Juliet situation. We also snuck into and observed a grand meeting with a bunch of the people in the town, the higher ups in the town. And we're pretty much surprised that surprised, not surprised, that they're basically bleeding their subjects dry. And I guess the two lovebirds came to a sort of conclusion, if I'm not mistaken. How'd that plot line end up? I don't remember.
No, we were just listening to this.
I didn't hear the question.
How the lovers' conflict concluded.
Oh, well, they tried to go talk to their folks, but their folks hate each other. And it wasn't really resolved last session. It was just kind of like a conversation was possibly going to happen. As far as I could tell.
So we're reaching there. That's one thing. And wasn't like Donatello and Nella trying to follow like one of the guys?
We were gonna follow there was a lion dude.
Yeah.
Yes, Forent has.
I think that's it. We were beginning to. No, I'm just saying we were trailing off into something awesome, but I don't remember much.
Yeah, you witnessed a council meeting which concluded as various people dispersed out, one of which, yes, being the particular target, Jameson Forent, with his companion in tow, whom he identified as Shamyaza. For those who are here, we are a D&D campaign in terms of time, faith-based D&D campaign, set in the world of Aleph, a homebrew world, my own creation. As Forent and his companion head out, what do you do?
I don't want to interact directly with him just yet. Unless Donatello wants to.
Are they going anywhere like incredibly important? Or are they just...
I'm sorry, I was not tracking with your question, Jer.
Are they going anywhere important, or are they just heading home?
Roll an insight check. Roll a vibe check.
I should probably pull up my character sheet.
Yeah, I think we'll probably need that.
I should probably get on Roll20 so I can see your roll result. I mean, I have it open. I just roll a different tab.
So organized.
Don't make me show off my room.
Wow.
Ooh. You know, at least where he's going. You just know he's going. He's just going.
He's
He's-
going a direction.
Maybe walking.
He's
Where's he
left
that
the
away?
building. He's left the building, correct?
Elvis has left the building.
Okay.
I say we follow.
Yeah, I want to follow at a distance. I don't want to like draw, because I don't trust that lion guy, and also, given that I have to kill this guy, it would be unfortunate if he saw me coming.
Alright. Rafa
So-
and the captain basically say something to the effect of, they might be behind you, but given how late it's getting, they might also go secure a room.
Yeah, I was about to say maybe they could go find a tavern for us
Yeah, they just go. Ah!
and do all that. Yeah, just. Okay. What district are we in?
Currently, you
We're
are
still
in
at the docks
I can move
district?
A little cue card. You are currently in the northernmost district of Valen, the mighty city.
District A, I think, right?
A district. You're
Okay,
in
so
A
we did leave the
district, To be
docks.
sure.
Okay.
Uh,
Are they okay? So they would have to leave this district if they were going anywhere else.
Forent, you would remember from the talks you've had as a group and the walkarounds you've had earlier that the Forent estate is in this district.
Ah,
While
yes.
Forent oversees all housing and especially rental housing. They particularly oversee the slums that the Forent estate is located in this northmost district.
Okay. Okay.
As this is also the common housing district, alongside where you find church, town hall, stores.
Let's see.
There is no
Is
Walmart
anyone
in
else-
town. I could have put that.
Is there anyone else like walking with Foreign and the lion? Or is it
Not
just them?
particularly, no.
Okay. Hmm.
Are you following him out of the building at this actively at
Yeah.
this point?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
At a distance. At a distance.
You follow him out, and he starts traveling east,
Don't you mean West?
as you saw during the
Wumbo.
daytime. It is now dark. The sun has set
Yes.
fully, completely, definitively. It is now dark out. But
Okay.
you remember from arriving here and looking around that the east northern part of A district is where more of the high estate houses are located. So you'd imagine to find you are not surprised that he is heading this direction.
Was the Brigand House here, or do they live in the banking district too?
Brigands are at the shore side of their own district that they oversee.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Doctor with
oh.
a unique token. Man's not showing his face. You good, by
No.
the way? How'd that headache go? Or did you not get sick?
I am alive.
You're alive! He's alive!
That's good. That's the most anyone can hope for in this day and age.
Because I was wrapped up in the sickness, the cold bug or whatever it is that's been going around. Newest has been like a headache and stuff.
No, I survived and managed to move in, move into my new apartment pretty well.
Nice.
So we're still following.
I'm presuming,
Yeah.
unless you choose to deviate.
No,
how
I'm still-
closely would
Is
you
it-
say you're following?
Is I would say like, how crowded is the street right now?
This time of night. Let me roll my bones that are actually meant to be honey.
What?
There is some foot traffic, but it's mostly uncongested right now.
Is there any indication yet of which estate is his?
You can surmise if you follow him long enough, there will be a clear indication, but right now, you cannot tell.
Okay.
I'm having the worst time putting this lid back on. There. Honey.
I'm gonna have to get used to that.
So, are you you're trying to follow him at an undetected distance, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
If
I don't think just going up. I was talking aloud, sorry.
That's good. You are the players. It is yours to contemplate.
I don't have anything necessarily for like a stealth check or anything like that, so I think we just have a distance.
If you're wanting to follow behind in a way to where you are keeping an eye on them, but they're not like, if you don't want to be detected, that will be stealth checks. If you don't mind being detected, that's up to you.
So have they seen us?
Roll a perception check.
I mean, we unfortunately do stand out a bit. Oh my god. My rolls.
I can see.
Donnie, you can tell in this dim light. You can see that they're talking amongst themselves. You're not sure about what. So do you choose to go stealth or no stealth?
And plus, I'm a turtle, but I'm not a ninja turtle. So my stealth would probably not be very good, but I'm gonna try anyway. Yeah, I was right.
You've got to be like the great ninja turtles of Aleph, of
I can do my thing.
Mordenkainen and Leomund
Leomund.
and
Leomund.
Bixby.
Oh wow, look at you, 19 in stealth.
I can do my thing with this, because Steven and I talked about this prior. Nella has a new ability that I've been dying to use.
Oh no.
Nella,
So-
as you are following along with Donatello just a step or so behind. Donnie, I'm sorry. You hip check a trash can as it just clatters to the street, dumping out half-eaten food. And Nella, you are startled, but they've happened to have turned a corner, and that corner, the street over it, having no need for streetlights, there is rather a very ornamental, Roman-esque archway from sidewalk to sidewalk. That you just kind of like a startled cat leap onto and partly crawl your way out of instinct onto the underside of, as describe how your body morphs with your new ability.
So she, jumps up and instinctually grabs it, and then realizes that she has a stronger grip in her hands that she normally does, and she can lift her body up to kind of crawl over it, as kind of like her vision doesn't necessarily get any better, but it gets multiplied as she gets 2 more sets of eyes over the top of hers, and her hands kind of become more claw-like, with little spines on her palms and hooves that allow her to spider climb
As the Sam
across things.
Spider-Man theme plays. I'd like to see in a parallel universe, Donnie just watches her climb up the wall, turn out, go. You see this, Donatello. You also see you are fortunately obscured by bushes and ornamental fences beyond where she's climbed up. She's not fully on the underside. She's on the side, facing away from where they've turned around. As they look, they can't really make out. It doesn't seem like they've made out that you are following. But you do see her modified body.
Line.
I mean, I still I'm halfway in awe just watching all of this disbelief. Well, you've had a full Ninja Turtle and now a Spider Pig. This works.
I don't know how this is happening.
You're the one doing it.
I don't know.
Take it off. I can't.
The pair start walking off again.
I can follow on the sides of buildings.
Do you?
I guess talking with Donatello, I can stay above them like this. I don't exactly know what we should do once we... I know that I need to kill this man, but I want to do it in a way that will not startle other people.
Remind me where we are again? Is it just like in this narrow passageway, or...?
It's a street. This district is not as... This deep into this district, it's not made for cargo wagons. It is just wide enough to barely fit by two slightly sleeker wagons on the road, but there'd be very little clearance between them. This is probably one of those situations where when the map shows that it's 15 wide, that is about the bare longest width from sidewalk end to sidewalk end.
So if we're going to be, I guess possibly interrogating or fighting these guys, we should probably see if we can get them into an alleyway.
Yes.
So do you think I would need to make myself known, or...
Could you perhaps distract the furry one, and I will try to corral Forant away from other people?
Okay. Are there any other trash cans nearby?
There's another that was right beside the one you checked. Yes.
I whack it.
Is anybody walking?
I crawl away.
Now, as you crawl away, you notice that they're almost at the end of the street, but they turn when they hear that.
Okay.
The tiger fully turns, and could you roll a stealth check for me?
Me? Oh. Oh, but I'm above them. Doesn't that give me advantage?
Try. Hey, that still works.
Okay. The tiger is only scanning at street level.
Okay.
I try to scramble and try to get some of the trash. Oh, good heavens! I can't believe I'm so clumsy. A holy man like me shouldn't necessarily be this.
Nelly,
shouldn't be this crazy.
Nelly, you watch as they both sigh heavily and continue walking off down a new turn in the street.
I call to them. Sirs, could you help, please?
What did you say?
I say, I call out to them, sirs, could you help me, please? I seem to be in a bit of a bind.
The tall, very, very tall. How tall are you, Jeremiah? Your character?
Let me check. 6 foot.
Towering a foot to 2 feet above you. This tiger, this lion of a man, turns around, growls. Somehow, even in this darkness, you almost see an illumination in the scar over his deadened eye.
Oh my, you seem to be a very, very strong fellow. Perfect for this situation. Could you help me?
He just growls as Fork turns around and goes, "Well now, Sham, that's no way to treat a man of the claw. What can we help you with, my friend?"
Well, I seem to have apparently been so clumsy. I've been knocking these cans all over the place, and it seems a bit too narrow for me. Would you mind helping me clean up?
I'm sure some poor street servant can be around soon enough. You can flag one down, perhaps catch him on his way to a paper route.
Oh, but sirs, please. It seems to be an immediate for me. And of course, as the great Palor says, cleanliness is next to godliness. And I think we all need a little bit of help from him.
Actually, that was the Citadel philosopher Creo.
Ah, you know our stuff.
Outside for Veterans Day.
What?
Same.
Pardon me.
Thanks alive.
Oh,
What are we talking about?
what happened?
Sorry, I missed that.
Sorry, how did you react to the proper attribution to a philosopher? Though I don't remember the philosopher in the real world.
Right, I agree. I said, a wise man, you truly do know your stuff. It is good that you understood that I was testing you.
He raises
Can
his
I-
eyebrow. This man, he has the Captain Price handlebar mustache, red hair, tan skin, swept back with a lick of a stark white.
What a Chad.
Can I, while they're talking, I still have red dragon scales. Are you okay?
Sorry, I just had a Pomni moment. I smudged my makeup.
Oh, I did too. Oh.
Oh no.
Nerds.
I believe you do still
So-
have your red dragon
yes.
scale. That's not a nerd.
Can
That's
I-
an emo goth thing.
How tough are the scales? Like, could I carve something readable on them with the gold pieces I have?
Do you recall where you got these from?
I carved them off of a dragonborn to torture him.
Right.
Right, gold is brittle, but I think it could carve. I also do still have my axe if I need a sharper point.
I thought gold was more malleable. Yeah, it's malleable. It's very soft.
Either way, I do still have my axe. I just remembered. I'm just trying to carve one word.
Okay, yes, you can carve into them easy enough. You find it's easier on the underside as they're slightly curved.
Okay, I want to use my axe to carve Donnie onto the scale, and then just like get behind them a little bit and like place it on the path where like they were heading before, and then climb back up on the wall. Kind of at the path, but also like if there's like a juncture on the path that leads into an alleyway of some kind, I want to put it there. to like make him think it came from the alleyway.
Okay. Trying to think of what check this would be for you to properly. So this is kind of artisan because you're carving it with an axe.
Yeah.
I'll say make a survival check.
Okay,
Because this would sort of be analogous to like, oh, I'm trying to survive in the woods. I need to carve a message.
she's very good at survival.
You manage. You select the largest of the scales that you harvested, and you just choke up on your axe, and you just. Is it double bladed or single bladed? Is it double?
It's a single-bladed axe.
Single head. So yeah, you get good leverage. You just. And then what do you do with it?
I want to place it on the path where they were headed before Donnie started talking to them. I want to put it on the path at the juncture where like a side alley that no one is down is also, so that he thinks it came from the alleyway.
Do you want to place it or drop it? Placing implies you're going down from your high ground and putting it there.
How far is the nearest like side alley?
It's close enough, but you're currently climbing on a building that's 3 stories. How high are you?
I want to be out of sight, immediate sight, I guess.
The correct answer is no, officer. It's hi. How are you? So you're around the 3rd story. You'd have to crawl all the way down to the street to get to the alley to gingerly set it down.
Is it noticeable as a red dragon scale? Like if it was on the street, would someone notice it?
You feel like he'd notice, or his guard, because of how alert they are, especially now.
Okay. So from where I am, I want to throw it in front of the side alley.
Okay. You do so as you hear it. Roll athletics.
Okay, I'm also decent at these. I want it. Should I use my inspiration for this?
I don't know. It's up to you.
Well, we have the pool, don't we?
Yeah.
Let's see. What does the onyx tetrahedron say? You have one in. You can add 1d4 to any one roll per session. So you don't have any inspiration per session. You have a d4. You basically have 1 bless per session that you can use depending.
For both of us, or
As a party, you have a pool.
You can use mine. I still have inspiration.
okay. I have my own inspiration.
Whichever you want to use.
I mean, I'm throwing it down with the automatic. If I heard something,
The concern at this
fall.
point is you're trying to communicate to them that it came from the alley. With that
Right.
roll as it stands, it would be bouncing beyond the alley and a little down the street. So
How many people are on the street
you would be
still?
overshooting where you wanted it to land.
How many people are on the street now?
It's just the 2 of them.
Okay, I'm gonna keep that roll.
It clatters out a little ways as the cat again twitches. And Donnie, you see his claws come out of his backwards paws as he turns around at the noise.
Get out of here.
He says to Jameson. He kind of nods and gives a an elegant bow to you, Donnie. We must be on our way. Please, I hope to see you at my Villain's Doll party.
Oh? The party?
Whoa,
Where is it at?
my estate.
Ah, well, speaking of your estate, I do not know where it is. I've just stumbled upon this. Would you mind if I, walked with you to see where it is? It would be fun.
Sure thing. Shell, why don't you pick up the rear? The lion man steps to the side and kind of crosses his arms.
I look slightly up at him. You lift weights, don't you?
Pardon?
I said, I looked up to him and said, you lift weights, don't you?
Actually, it's comes naturally.
Ah, well, interesting. For a man that tall, it's rather odd for you to be that size, but nevertheless, you would be great in the army of Paylor. Are you already part of the army? I've never seen you.
You could say I'm part of some army.
Oh, that's awesome.
Ah, well, hopefully you're on my side then, dear boy.
I didn't catch that.
I barely got it.
So do they? It's the scale is still technically on the path. Do they still see it?
So does Donnie start walking with them?
Oh no.
Hey, they don't know my name.
You start walking with them?
No, but
Yeah.
Donatello
so
doesn't
I
know
start-
what she did.
Yeah, I start walking with them.
Okay. They start walking as, roll for Florent. Oh, okay. Florent notices the scale. He kind of steps aside. So basically how the walking is going so far, Anella, you're watching this. Donnie and Florent are walking side by side with Yaza taking up the rear. Predominantly in step, in file with Donnie. And Florent goes out of his way to step into the street to pick up the scale. Donnie. It couldn't be. No. And he kind of pockets it.
I slightly try to look over his shoulder. What did you find, my friend?
Well, there seems to be a dragon scale here with a name carved in. You wouldn't happen to know a Donnie, would you?
A what now?
Well, the name Donnie seems to be carved into the soft of this dragonborn scale. It's much too small for dragons, and as we all know, they are extinct and also not from around here.
Now, that is rather odd. I wonder what we'll find on the way home. That is very interesting.
Yes. You ever seen a dragonborn? holy man?
Oh, as one who used to fight in the army, I was a medic. I came across many of them.
Oh, you're a veteran.
Yes,
Well,
indeed.
thank you for your service. You've kept
Ah.
my family safe for a long time.
It is such to be in the honor of service for my country.
Indeed, indeed. Why, I served this fine city quite particularly. Well, we should be on our way before the hour draws long. And he starts crossing the street with Shem. With Shem actually remaining behind.
We're still going down the end of that way, right?
So basically, he's turned down the street, and now he's decided to cross. So he's going away from the alley.
Okay.
He's jaywalking.
Oh no.
I point out, sir, I do not think this is the right way to cross. I mean, of course, if we're going to be law-abiding citizens, we should go this way. And he nudges towards the alley.
That's an alley, my friend. My home is this way. You wanted to see it, right?
Yes, of course, indeed. But I thought the way was supposed to be this way. At least humor me, please.
Shem, why don't you humor him and follow him down the alley? You hear the tiger groan behind you.
I continue to walk down the alley.
He follows you.
I go down near towards the alley. I say, well, my friend, you said you don't belong to a specific army, but could you be more specific, though? You never really mentioned it.
I said I didn't belong to a specific one.
Then which one do you belong to?
I didn't really say I belonged to one either. I said you could say I was.
I see.
You're a holy man. I can smell it on you.
You can also see it on me, too. He looks and sees his clerical robe.
You reek of potpourri and wine and bread. And the air around you glows gold.
Yes, such is the power of the great Paylor, friend.
Once only
You know-
angels had such a mark.
Pardon?
Once only angels had such a mark.
Well, it seems that the power of the great Paylor had spread to all of his faithful followers. Here, he leads further down the alley. Maybe there is something there for us. I had a sense.
You
Are they
follow
out of-
to the
Are they out of like eye shot of Jameson now?
Torrent is now effectively alone, tapping his foot as he watches from the sidewalk.
Okay. Nella is like genuinely having a moment trying to think about this. She's not an assassin. She's just trying to figure out what?
Just a penny out of water. no mud. There's no slop.
And she's trying to figure out how to do this quietly, because if she feels like if she doesn't do this quietly, then the tiger is going to kill both of them. Okay, she is... Can she go around, like, not around, but down the street a little bit and climb down from the wall and then walk towards him, like behind him?
He's on the other side of the street from you, so you'd have to cross the street without being detected.
By who? By him?
Yes.
Okay. I don't mind if he sees me. I don't want the tiger to see me.
You can...
I don't want to see him...
I
I don't want him to see me getting down.
As far as you can tell, you're on like a high-end hotel complex that's a few stories high. That's got like a slight
Okay.
alley indent, which is what Donnie and Shem are now looking at, is like a dumpster in the back of that alley. And like an entrance into the complex. You could get across by jumping, you feel. You feel it in your weird bones.
I mean, we could pull an Assassin's Creed.
I mean, I could...
Old
No
person.
hay nearby.
I want to, like, just get to... I don't have to go, like, that way. I could go the other way. I just want to get off the building without either of them seeing me. And then I want to walk towards him without the tiger seeing me.
Okay, then you roll a stealth check. I'll be right back. We can maybe take... I don't feel like taking a quick break yet. I'll be right back.
This is the most stressful thing I've ever done in D&D. I've never had to be an assassin before.
So we used to have an assassin on this team.
Yeah, but he sucked.
So now the barbarian is trying to play.
The barbarian... Yeah. The barbarian who just realized that she can climb walls somehow and is now... I've been waiting...
She's a
I've been
barbarian. She's a spider. And now she's pulling an Ezio.
I've been waiting to use this ability since we leveled up.
Oh my goodness. How long has it
Because-
been since we leveled up?
I don't know, a couple sessions now, at least 2 or 3. I think we leveled up right before that fight on the docks.
Right. Well, I'm trying my best just to keep you guys alive.
What you get?
It's
You climb down. You make your way across the street. You start to notice as you are halfway across the adrenaline beating. You hear your heart in your ears, and just over it, you start to realize, is that the click-clack of my heel, of my boots? On this cobble street.
Well, I don't mind if he sees me. I don't want the tiger.
Before it does see you.
does the tiger guy see her yet?
Don't keep him calm.
You notice as Shemyaz's ear twitches and his head again.
I speak up. Sir, you. It seems to be that you've been in battle.
You could say I've been in many.
It's the
Well,
most stressful situation.
Well, of course, as you know, I've been in battle as well. I was a medic, but I could still fight. I'm curious. Would you mind if we tested each other's strength?
What?
What was that?
You equal death.
Well, such as anyone who stands against the might of the Great Pale.
You don't know who I am, do you?
And you don't know who I am, do you?
Perhaps your church has put away man recording with I am Shemyaza.
Well, should I know who he is?
Roll a religion check. The Book of Nicodemus.
13.
Do you want to use inspiration? Do you want to use the tetrahedron?
Would it help me pass? Would it? Well, any.
It has
would
the
using-
potential to. Depends on how high you roll.
I'll use it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nella.
No, it's all right. I wasn't gonna use it anyway.
2. That's a 15.
Okay. Very faintly, the title comes to mind as your mind partially goes back to when you were a much younger acolyte in the faith, and you were in a study of world religions, myths, and legends. And your professor gave a very boring, overly exhaustive lecture that you barely remember, but you remember it was dull and it was way too long, on the Book of Enoch and the story of the fallen angels, of which Shemyaza was one of the names.
Aha. So, how about we see if a servant of the Great Palor can handle himself against a, fallen angel.
Now you're catching on! And he smacks you as a surprise. Oh, and I forgot to turn off his, why did that automatically do 2?
Oh.
Maybe he has 2 claw attacks.
Does the 21 hit?
So is that I can't easily respond, could I?
Not yet. You don't have anything that keeps you from being surprised.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, a 21 barely passes.
Does it meet?
What?
Does it meet?
Yeah, it passes. It's one
It
over.
meets. It beats, and I turn off his advantage, because why roll 20? Why is the default overpower? You weren't supposed to see all of that. Do not look.
Well,
Oh,
that said 7 damage. I caught that.
So 7 damage.
yes.
I didn't see anything.
You receive 7 damage as it cuts across your flesh.
I step backwards and hold my head.
Specifically, this is gonna be relevant later. I want you to choose where on Donatello he cut into.
You know what? I'll just say the center of a shell.
Across the center of your shell, you are shocked as this backwards anthropaw cuts in. And you're shocked because this has never happened before. The claws go straight through your shelled tummy and chest, and you feel it bite into your fleshy under, and it just cuts across you, and you feel a burn like you have gotten hot sauce in a wound. Pour hand sanitizer in a wound.
What in blazes?
And, let's... I'm making more work for myself by talking slow. Oh, goodness. I hate the way I talk. Where is initiative on this new menu? What? Oh, turn order. That's what they call it now, huh? Okay. And, roll initiative.
Could Nella have any conversation with Jameson before they start fighting? Like, while they were talking?
Sure, as
Yeah.
you walk up, he is watching you.
I'm literally putting my token just on the map so I can properly
Okay.
roll it. By
Yeah,
the
I'll
way,
do that too. Preemptively.
can I use my 16?
Yes.
You did get a 16.
Give me a slight second while I get people on the board. I don't actually have a character for Jameson.
Does he want to fight? Would he be in initiative anyway?
We'll see.
Okay.
So you walk up to Jameson. You say anything to the man?
What expression is on his face while I walk up as calmly, as normally as I can?
The mustache.
Casually.
Roll insight.
Okay. Bella's not good at reading people. She's really good at reading this guy, though, I guess. The spider eyes come in handy. Oh, she still has the spider eyes. Oh.
Oh. Your 4 eyes.
6.
Your multiplicity of eyes. Spot his expression as 21. He is uneasy, but he is trying to keep his cool. He's nervous, but in the most collected way he can manage that you can still see through.
With a 21, as she is a hunter first and foremost, is she able to identify what his fight or flight response is?
He is a man of buff build. He stands slightly smaller, but very similar in stature to Copplestone, who himself very much seems like a very Saxton Hale kind of guy.
Gotcha. Right.
You're not sure. You do not notice any, you've never noticed any arms on him, other than the 2 that are natural to a man.
Right.
So, as far as you can tell, it would be fisticuff if he did choose fight, but you do not detect... You detect fear in him, but not the kind of fear that would lead him to run.
A lot of internal stuff going on with Nella. She's trying to, because she sees this as, game, because she was asked to kill this man, but she spent a lot of times around people. She spent a lot of time around...
eyes slowly go to the side of his...
She spent a lot of time around humans that she's having trouble just seeing him as another kill. So she's gonna walk up to him. Are you, Fordant?
I am Jameson Fordant. You are?
A creature that has been asked to find you and talk with you.
who sent you. And with that, roll initiative.
Okay. I'll take it. It's fine. Well. Yeah, I'll keep the 4. A man named Donnie.
You maybe want to reword that with your knowledge that this is his brother. With
Reward it to what?
you would recall specifically that he said, "Tell him Donnie sent you."
I was sent by Donnie.
Brother? That pawn scum is still alive? With that, we will enter initiative. Which
And
he
with
is
that,
actually
Nella starts
the
getting
top
upset.
I have no clue. So this let's see, does this do anything? That's not a roll for damage.
Punch?
I had to make this up on the fly because the unit I'm using for this doesn't actually have any attack stats. I don't know why. I thought I would have made my bartender, like, maybe overpowered, and I would have had to adjust for that. But no, he just has no attack stats. He tries to punch you as you just... with your eyes, you just see it coming. You bug out. Are your multiple eyes different colored, or are they just the same color as your eyes?
I would say that they shine like a soft gold color.
Ooh, I like it. Okay. Donnie,
So,
you've just been assaulted.
Yeah, having been assaulted, I number 1 cast Hold Person on him.
Oh, hold. Okay. Click to cast. I forgot. I misheard you as cold person, and I was like, okay. I've not heard of this spell. So that is, I believe that's a, is that a save? That's a
Yeah.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
He fails.
Oh.
That's a 15. The spell save is 15.
As your magic takes hold of him, he freezes in a snarl.
And in doing so, I raise up my
Oh wait, are you casting
Yes.
this? Are you casting this at 4th level rather than anything higher?
yeah.
As your magic takes effect, he freezes up for just a minute. You see the arcane swirls of however you visualize is the whole person to take over him, and you see him like an animal drying off, just kind of shake it off, and it dissipates.
What?
Oh, that's no fair!
What?
That's
if you'd
no
like,
fair!
you
The
could-
first
if you'd
first
like,
time I tried the spell.
if you'd like, you can roll an Arcana or Insight check. But it would be very high for you to figure out what's going on from that reaction.
Which ones?
It's possible, but it will not be easy for you to determine what's going on.
26.
That.
What's good?
The camera gave up. That's how bad that was. Am I still here?
He got intimidated by me.
Oh, okay.
Now you got a lore dump.
It's not that much lore. It's just suddenly okay, yes. It clicks. It clicks from a class you took for like half a semester at seminary. About exotic beasts in Aelin. This is the mythical demon, a Rakshasa. Rakshasas, amongst a myriad of bad things, such as being magic users, that scar, that burning in your chest that is still persistent, you feel that pain is going to be here for a while, and it has more side effects that are going to negatively affect you. On top of that, he has what has been referred to as a limited magic immunity, in which any spell that is of level 6 or lower, he could choose, he could entertain you and let the spell go through. But he is effectively immune to them.
For how long?
And forever. And anything above 6th level, he has advantage on saving throws against them.
We're only level 6.
This was a bad idea. I didn't know he was gonna.
6.
This doesn't. No, because this isn't fair. Because
I'm gonna die.
I was just offering a spar.
But I'm gonna die.
I was just offering to spar, not to kill you.
Exactly.
Sparring to a demon might be a little more intense than sparring to a human.
Listen.
So that means I wasted an action, didn't I?
I mean, you learned. What did we learn, class?
So
That he has
Is-
one less
is
spell
he-
slot.
is he still like? Is he a fiend or like he's weak to radiant damage, right? Because he's a demon.
He is a fiend. Ergo, yes. He would, from your knowledge, because you rolled a high insight, and I did tell you that you do remember learning about Rakshasas, you do have a feeling that from creatures with what would ultimately boil down to being considered a good alignment, they are vulnerable to damage from this.
Okay, so I go behind him and cast.
You also know that they are completely immune to any damage from non-magical means.
I'm useless.
Most of my kit is used. Okay, I use my spiritual weapon, and summon it behind him and
I mean,
attack.
smites are magical attack.
I don't have any. I'm a cleric. I don't have any smites.
Oh, you're not.
You roll a 21. That hits, right?
Yes, that does. As your holy
God.
sword into his side. Roll damage.
Whoa, what?
That is a bad force damage roll.
Why?
What?
This is not good.
That is not a blank piece of paper. And you, out of that, did 8 damage. It hits him. He doesn't flinch. You can tell it hit him, and it hurt him. He's not flinching.
Wow.
Joy.
You seem to be pretty strong. I
no.
ask him, tell me, how did you end up being in the service of that gentleman, as we
Man.
would say? He says as he's clutching the wound on his, literally on his chest.
I am composed. I am okay.
Oh, why is the name not on this document? Live as long as I. You make deals. Sometimes those deals don't turn out in your favor. With that,
Oh no.
I didn't give him as cool as spells as I thought I did.
Please! Sooner or later, I'm gonna be crying like Palpatine. Please, don't kill me. Please. The Jedi are taking over.
I'm so scared.
You?
Yes, because I don't want to. I don't want Nella. It would be awful if you died.
Healer's down, need a res.
Exactly. I've played TF2 before. When medic dies, you.
The whole game's over.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what's the save for this? I don't want to reveal it, because that would spoil the fun. What's the save? What's the save?
He's trying to take me out. He's trying to unalive me.
He made a deal with Forrent.
He made a deal and it went south.
Roll
So now
For him.
Roll an
Now he's working as
investigation.
his
Could you please roll an investigation check for me, Donnie?
Ooh.
19.
At least these rolls are good.
Yeah, I know. My defense is terrible, but I can see right through you.
Your defense is. What?
I'm getting hit.
Don't you have like a
It's-
natural 20 AC or something?
You, for a second, your heart stops as you see out of the shadows of the alley behind the Rakshasa come
What?
in a 20-foot wide line, a squadron of Dragonborn.
What?
This was a mistake.
But in a heartbeat, you feel your heart, that pang of when you are scared out of your wits, when you drop your favorite glass, when something goes awry, that pang in your heart of you start to realize you see the little glitches and aliasing of the image, and you realize that though they're sneering and growling and you hear the clatter of war, this major illusion that Shemyaza has cast is but an illusion that cannot harm
Oh. Your tricks.
you. As for what you need to talk to your therapist about, that's between Donnie and
Donnie and the priest. The Archbishop.
Lance. I saw terrible things, I tell ya.
War.
He also will make, however, another attempt at a claw attack. And
What?
he meant
Oh.
Nah, I ain't letting that happen again. I am not letting that happen again.
Nella, you are still calm. We go back to the violin of you talking to Jameson.
Who just tried to punch me.
Right. I forgot. Yeah, he punched you. He tried to punch you.
He tried to.
He did not succeed.
She's just gonna kind of like rest her hand on her axe and look at him. Why would you swing at me?
You have a good point. It is improper to hit a lady. What do you say bygones be bygones and you come to my party this Villanstall?
This man is trying to riz.
He's trying to riz a pig.
Let me riz my fiance. No.
It sounds interesting, but I have to talk to you about something
Certainly,
because
that's the best place to talk about it, over wine. Why?
now.
Oh, well, if you come back to my place, I have Dragonsborn wine. I mean, you've never had Dragon's Blood wine, have you?
I've had dragon's blood.
This is just literally another version of Baby It's Cold Outside.
I've had dragon's blood.
In ancient times, it would be brewed from dragon's blood, but in the recent Lu dragons, it's brewed a little bit different. Though, I assure you, it is like honey ichor. It is the finest red mead you will ever experience. It's got a real bite to it, like cinnamon.
Since the initiative thing happened, would Nella have heard any of what just happened in the alley?
Roll a perception check.
What do my spider eyes hear?
What am I- Yeah.
What do they hear?
Do spiders have ears? Can I yell at a spider?
Yes!
I think so.
Oh, spiders.
They
have-
react to sound on like a small level, yeah, but
But
I guess vibrations would be more prominent to them.
do they understand when I verbally accost them?
You'd have to teach it English first. And in Night Vale, they do have a tarantula reading skill.
I'm not that far. Anyway,
From Night Vale?
with that perception, yes, you heard. You can't quite make out what they're saying, but you heard the distinct, this horrid sound of claws cutting flesh, of the gasp of Donatello, of
Oh,
Mortaki,
that sounds like pain.
of Mortaki. I believe Full Person has verbal components, Donnie.
What has verbal components?
You
We could
attempted
roll-
to
we
cast
could
Full
scroll up.
Person.
It does have verbal components.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you heard his labored voice attempt to mutter out the verbal components. You can tell that there's commotion going on in the alley.
I am companions with that. She's trying to remember what they were called because they're called something different on Miro.
On a roll to remember?
The reptile that was speaking with you. He is my companion, and I wouldn't mind being friendly if you and your friend are friendly with us.
Well, that's a shame, miss. You see, demons and holy men don't get along very well unless they're succubi.
Hey, yo!
So you cannot stop him?
He looks down the alley, cocks an eyebrow. At this point, I don't know if you can stop your friend either. And at this point, well, I guess we'll say that's blown through both of those turns with talking and reaction. Gone.
Well, I mean, we're still fighting, aren't we?
Oh,
Technically.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, let me see.
Are you
Um,
green screening?
Yeah, that's a green screen. I noticed
Yes,
that
that's a
in
green
You're
the
not
screen, yeah.
showing up at all.
Oh no.
Yeah, we've just been seeing
Can you tell that you're not showing up at all?
Oh well, yeah. I'm literally just showing Donatello.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, that's.
But you
all-
can disrupt it, which was
I wish there was a way, in any way we do this, that you could like VChat-ify that icon.
Dude,
That would be funny.
that'd be
oh,
so.
if I could make a VChat avatar of Nella, that would be so awesome.
Or
Anyway,
that's the wrong term.
fighting.
Like that virtual avatar thing that a lot of streamers are doing.
yeah, it's like VR chat.
Basically. Alright, Donnie, what'd you do?
So, I cast.
Get him in the eyes.
What?
Get him in the eyes.
I cast Spirit Guardians.
Alright, your Palorian Guardians ricochet out from. I didn't know they were also necrotic. Ricochet out from you. As they, being angelic in origin, or holy in origin, they all, as they shoot out from you, they deadlock on him. And in the mixture, because they kind of have I would say they kind of have an ambient golden aura. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
You see as their golden aura kind of shoots out, as it buffers around Shemyaza, it merges and murks into this brown, I'm trying to think of the material mixture that I'm thinking of. Kind of like when you see algae murky blooms underwater mixed with other things. That kind of natural and gross pattern, but instead of gold, it's browning with what you assume is a much darker aura from him, as it sort of encapsulates Shemyaza, and they just kind of look around and circle around. And he won't take damage until his next turn. Can you do anything else?
So, we'll keep that there. And then I'm also going to hit him again with the spiritual weapon. It's a 13 hit.
It does not.
Fine. Yeah, I think that's all I can do. He'll have to make a wisdom save on his turn.
For comedic purposes, very quickly you see the timekeeper snap in, grab you by the shoulder, and pull you into a void where he goes, "Can you please give a gospel break for our lovely viewers while our host will be right back?"
Okay. Well, the gospel break. This. What are we doing all this for? This is, of course, a D&D campaign, which is faith-based. It is based also, but based on the Christian faith, and of course upon the gospel. So, what is the gospel? The gospel begins primarily with the creation of the world. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, and it began with Adam and Eve. God created man and woman to be in communion with God. But instead of remaining in communion, we messed it up. We sinned against God. And therefore, we broke our communion. And that leads to catastrophe. It brings calamity and confusion. And so, if God is just, he should destroy all of us, but he is also merciful. So God must do something if he wants to be in relationship with us that is in conformity with his justice and his mercy. Enter the promises of God. In Genesis 3:15, he promised that a Redeemer would come to crush the head of the serpent, the one who tempted us and made us fall. We go throughout the history of Israel, God's chosen people, to bring up this one man who is truly God and truly man, the second person of the Trinity, Jesus Christ, our Savior. He lived a perfect life in which we could never live, and he died a death in which none of us could ever pay. And in doing so, he rose from the dead, demonstrating that his work was accomplished. He ascended into heaven, taking our humanity to be with God. And now he sits there ruling and reigning at the right hand of the Father until all enemies be put under his feet. And the last enemy to be destroyed is death, our greatest enemy. And so what do you do in order to obtain this blessing? Simply repent and believe. Repent means to simply change your mind, to hate the things that cause the separation of a relationship with God, and to believe in the one who has worked in order to get you back to him. If you do that, then you will find Christ to be a perfect Savior, and you'll fully see the meaning of what we do here at the Tomes of Time.
Thank you! And he pushes you right back into the space you were before.
No help whatsoever.
No context,
Hey,
no
look.
healing, nothing.
He's not always a salient nor sane man. He's eternal. He's been granted immortality. As the tiger,
He's got to make a wisdom save.
the lion, cocks an eyebrow.
What did you do?
And goes,
I
can dimension hop too. Yes, creature.
cool.
Oh.
What? He will attempt to claw you. That's a hit. Means that's a hit. You take 12 slashing damage.
Oh,
Hitting me.
This one hits, but it doesn't seem as impactful as the other one. It still hits you, catches you. And he makes another claw attack. That misses, that skitters across your shield as you finally bring it up against the clawing at your torso.
So I take it he passed the wisdom save.
He didn't fully see what happened. I'm sorry, his turn started. He needs to take a save based on your little floaty dice.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought you were joking about him witnessing the I'm sorry. I should know better. I have spirit guardians. Does an 18 pass?
I hate you.
I hate me too.
I put 30 damage into this.
I mean, hey, it's an every turn thing. Also, isn't it like half damage on
Yeah,
a...
he also takes half. He takes 15.
Yeah. He still takes damage. He humors you and lets the spell through. You notice the spirit guardians fly through him almost with an angelic vigor as you see one rip off his mask and you see a sort of Adonis, almost androgynous face like you've seen in many frescoes and paintings of angels, with long flowing hair, clean shaven. Your spirit guardians seem to hate this entity.
I see. So it is a demon. The dragon is simply a facade. Or the tiger is simply a facade.
Yeah, they are only attacking the tiger. He's also... He's given up concentration. The Dragonborn wisped away with little digitization pixels. Like data motion.
I was gonna say, is that everything on his turn?
Yeah, that's everything on the turn. I just realized that I miscalculated the damage you did to him initially. Because I still needed to learn what vulnerability meant, but... Okay, so...
Nella's turn.
Yes,
Okay,
Nella,
so-
it comes back to you.
What was the last thing I asked him? Oh, I asked if... So wait, no, that wasn't the last thing I asked.
believe he invited you to. He said the last thing that happened was he said, "I don't think you can stop your friend either."
I know that I am capable to. Are you even capable of controlling, I assumed to be your bodyguard?
Shem Yaza and I have a special arrangement. It means that he obeys whatever I command. Thing is,
Then you could.
this is a personal matter to him. Do you have a mortal enemy?
Yes.
At the pain of your soul's torment, would you be able to stop yourself from killing your mortal enemy?
I would at least give him the dignity of not dying on a side street.
You have more. I hate how your feed didn't lag for me, but I feel like mine did for every ton. Yes.
Flash.
Where you have more honor than a deed.
If he kills my friend, I would kill you.
That would be a shame.
And I don't feel like that is necessary. So, for now, I understand having quarrels and a sense of vengeance. I do understand that very much. But now,
You see, I'm a businessman, Miss
Nella,
Nella. And what you've communicated to me is that you are an untrustworthy business partner. And what happens to untrustworthy business partners is that they get cut out of the deal. Shem! And with that, Donatello, it's your turn.
Let's see.
You hear that final Shem call.
Well, it seems that the person you've made a deal with is now pulling the leash. It seems to me that you are way too powerful to be ordered around by him. What do you do about it?
I am packed.
Oh, packed bound. When has a demon ever been honest about anything, including their oaths? I thought you only served yourself.
Maybe I should. As both sets of claws.
I instinctively put up my shield of faith. Whoa, calm down, my friend. I'm not the one who put you on the oath.
Calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out the 9 lives.
Don't pull out the 9. Maybe you should take that rage and put it against the one who chained you.
Is all you're gonna do on your turn talk?
Yeah, that and heal myself.
Okay. Roll a persuasion check on top of whatever healing you're gonna do.
Okay. I'm going to use my inspiration to re-roll that. There we go. That's what I was looking for.
his head slowly turns. As you heal yourself, it becomes Shemyaza's turn. As he barrels at inhuman speed towards Orange.
Wait, he got a Naruto run. Oh no.
For Nella, as you're looking
What's his...
at Foreign, you just see a streak of this lion's albinic fur. However, his clothes of purple and reds. You just see this blur of very bright and white color as you just see this streak across the face of Foreign. And as his head bobs back, his jaw from this connection is no more.
What?
As Shemyaza has cut across his face, with deep scars across it. His eye, you notice, is sundered and oozing down his face like yolk.
What?
So his jaw is just gone.
And his second attack cuts across his chest as he staggers back. It's your turn.
No, just put him out of his misery, bro. Yo, and David's helping you roll.
She doesn't believe that he's dying.
That's your choice. What does Nella do?
Can she look? She's not gonna move towards him. Can she look up at Ra and just see if, like, I know what kind of facial expression I'm imagining, but I don't know how to describe it. Does he look like he just killed him?
You're looking at... Who are you looking at?
Shah, the lion.
Shemyan. His look... Make an insight check. This will not count against actions in your turn.
Okay.
You may re-roll if you desire to.
I'm gonna keep it.
It's hard to tell. His lips are curled back in a snarl, his daggers of teeth bared. Blood still on his claws, staining his clearly white fur. His one proper eye, narrow and angry. The one that you can see, the scarred one, is facing away. I'm assuming you're on basically the left side of this account. Theater of the mind!
I'm in some kind of mind theater right now.
Is it the one from Halloween Town?
It's the one from Sherlock.
Discombobulated.
Honestly, yeah, about to Robbie Downey Jr.
Oh my god, it's Robert Downey Jr.
She is going at Forent.
Okay.
She is going to take her axe and cut into his thigh.
Roll for it. That hits. Roll damage.
My leg!
I'm trying to my leg him, yeah.
As he is reeling back, you don't deep as dig as you want to. You don't dig as deep as you want to.
Uh-huh.
You still make purchase.
Uh-huh.
As you see his pants instantly stained with with his own crimson ichor.
Uh-huh.
But he is actively staggering back. If you have any more actions you wish to attack with, that insight roll did not count against any turn actions.
After I get him in the leg, I want to turn around and throw the hand axe at Shah.
Wait, don't.
Unless you moved between them, you would not have to turn around. So basically, how I've understood the layout of this, I know this is theater of the mind. So,
Oh, okay.
assuming north,
I understand now.
assuming northward, you're to the west of them. They're here and here, and you just attacked from here.
Okay, then yeah, I just want to... I understand the orientation now. So yeah, I'll just turn and... yeah, I'll turn and use the hand axe.
Okay, roll for it.
It's an 18.
That hits.
I'm gonna be depressed.
Roll damage.
Oh. Want to get him on the chest area.
Roll a charisma
Since I'm a
throw, please.
Charisma. Oh no. Hmm?
You see... I'm gonna ask a question real quick, just for the audience's sake.
Is that a shadow on
I'm
your
gonna have to
neck?
edit this out. What about Shyamalan?
No, on your neck here. Is that a shadow?
No, that's just hair.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
It looks
I
like-
need a reminder of this so I can plot.
Okay. I will have to go at the turn of the hour.
We can reasonably be done by then. We'll see.
Okay.
I appreciate you staying this long, because this is longer than I thought you said you could be here, and I hope I haven't been disrespectful to your time. I'm sorry.
No, you haven't. I mean, I choose to be here. I'm okay.
Okay. As long as you're feeling okay with it.
I'll be. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna miss doing what I need to do. What was the charisma save?
You see a sort of mixture of rock and dirt and grass in sort of the shape of a hand or paw or hoof, you're not sure. Reach out and touch your blade, the blade of your weapon, as it immediately starts to glow with a magical energy, thus being able to damage this creature of non-magical immunity.
What is happening?
Huh?
He gets the magic power up.
It's the power of the Tellurian.
That's my god.
It's also
Long
Nella's guy.
campaign. We got crossover. Can you do another action, or is that your turn?
That was my extra attack.
Oh, you did 2 attacks.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, that's right. That 20 was against his thigh. Right.
It was against Forent's though, yes.
Jameson staggers back. He can't really do anything.
See, I feel like that's not real.
If you want to make
Because-
if you want to make another insight check, you're
Nella?
more than welcome.
Nella has seen many a thing kill many a thing, and when something takes a hit like that, they typically die immediately. They don't really have time to.
Nella's insight is as good as yours. He's not dying, but he is messed up.
Maybe I'm imagining the claw marks being too big, because to me it seems like you made it sound like he has been cut.
Think of tiger claws, basically. They're not. It's not any wider. It's narrow, but it is deep. It's not like you're seeing the brain, but his jaw is dislocated.
Okay. So, like, from the way that you had originally described it, I thought his jaw was just taken clean off.
Yeah, I thought like pieces of his head was missing.
I wanted to. No, his jaw is unhinged on one side. It's deep enough that it's perforated his eyeball.
Disgusting. But like if they were... Maybe I understand D&D demon contracts differently, but like... I don't know. Whatever.
Maybe it's possible that one cares more about their own hatred and grudges than what will happen to them in breaking those pacts. Donnie. Man just noped out.
Right. Well, I'm already at full health. Does that wound thing on me, is that still there? Or did I heal that?
What thing?
The claw thing on my shell. Is that
As
gone?
you look down, the deep wound is still there. It is still burning, like pure alcohol has been applied deep into your wound.
It's like I'm at full health right now.
You're at full health. It still hurts. Still hurts.
Gosh, these demons are tough.
And I begin to, knowing that he's going straight for Nella, I begin to race as quickly as I can towards the scene.
You
Try to
have
stop any
enough
more
speed to
shit.
get there.
Yeah, I use all of my movement speed. Am I actually there?
You're within your range of movement. You can be there. I'm saying, since we're doing this theater of the mind.
Okay. I call out just to make sure that Nella doesn't get hurt. I say, your quarrel is with your owner, not her. She's here to take him out too.
Well, I mean, he kind of went after the owner first.
Yeah. I'm just trying to cover my bases here.
Roll a persuasion check.
Okay.
Woo! Okay. Roll a insight check.
Yeah.
That's positive enough. He doesn't seem fazed by what you said, but his body language communicates that he's not going for Nella right now. So whether your words made impact or not, his focus is not on Nella. It's on Forrest.
Okay.
As you say that,
So that's all my actions. I can't do any bonus actions or anything.
oh, if you have any bonus actions, please do them now. Yes.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna use my spiritual weapon to attack the guy who everybody is attacking.
Your spiritual weapon snaps into place beside Horrent and cuts into his back. Roll damage.
And
It cuts into him as his arms contort out, leaving the open room as Shemyaza rips into his chest. You see bone. You see flesh. Nella, you see flesh curl aside as bone shrapnels out. And Shem reaches in and rips out his heart
oh my.
and bites into it and rips it. Until your heart stops beating, Jameson Horrent. Shall I be your servant? And at Donnie, you watch the heart against the sidewalk up to your hoof of a foot. Jameson's eyes narrow, almost inhuman, as he falls back against the fence of the gated yard. And he sinks down against it, and blood pools from his wounds onto the sidewalk beside him.
Da, 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 da.
Nella, how do you react?
She's just staring as the body slumps down and it clicks in her head. And it looks like she's contemplating something.
Donnie, do you have a final reaction to this event? Having fully heard what Shemyaza said.
I walk up to, now to the dying corpse, and I look down in it. You reap what you sow.
He looks at the two of you. And you hear a whistle. A tune none of you recognize at the moment. As you both look down the street, eastward. That man from Saints is walking towards you, clad in red, with reddish hair, in the way of a mural. Donnie, you now understand it in full quality. That's the mural of the fallen one. The angel who fell, Lucifer. That picture. As he comes up, and he pats Shemyaza on the shoulder, he goes, "You messed up, friend." And they snap up with a giant lick of fire. And Jameson is left there, slowly dying. Before you. As we
Nella
hit
is going.
order.
Nella is going to kneel down. Is there anything on Jameson that identifies him as him?
He has a button that mirrors the other flags you've seen around the districts, in a way. Let me see if I can find the page where I drew them.
Is it just that?
His, so you see an enamel pin, basically a gold pin of this silk.
Okay.
Mirrored, of course, because TikTok.
It's
Mhm. She's going to rip it off of his clothing
As he
and
does,
pocket it.
he definitely tries to reach out for it, but you see his skin, even in the moonlight, you see his skin paling more as it's becoming harder for him to move. His skin now is sheet white. If you didn't know his heart was just ripped out, you'd think he was becoming a vampire.
She's going to pocket the button, and then she's not going to step back. She's just going to kind of watch him die until he's not moving anymore.
Done.
I look and see if there's anything of interest on him.
You're gonna let him die?
Okay.
How would he heal that?
Yeah, I can't heal that though.
You have healing spells. You can try.
His heart's gone.
You can try.
Yeah, I can't. Okay. I look to him and I guess to try to keep him alive, cast Cure Wounds on him.
You get the feeling if you're gonna try to save him with as much trauma as he's been through, you're gonna have to cast it at the highest level.
The highest level that I can?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, that's only like level 4, but okay. That's not going too much.
Roll a charisma saving throw for me. This is not a negative. This is a. I'll be transparent. I often use charisma saves to be like, how is the universe reading you right now?
Okay. That's a 10.
Do you want to try to imbue any additional into that?
Do we need information out of him?
I mean, would it be against like
It's-
your morals to let a man die? I don't know. Nella wants him dead. Well, she doesn't want him dead. Nella was asked to kill him.
This guy is still a terrible person, isn't he? I mean, like,
They're all terrible people.
He's made a deal with the fallen angel.
That also, yes.
See, here's the question for Donatello. He's a terrible man. But where does God's morality lie when you see even Mr. Scrooge dying on the street?
You see a man falling, let's help him up.
What happened? What did Pelor say about the Good Samaritan? Huh?
I healed him again.
Another charisma saving throw, please. I'm now counting these as death saves. Okay. That's one successful death save.
Woo!
If you're gonna keep trying, please roll again.
Healing? Or just
healing and then charisma saves.
Okay.
It doesn't matter the level now. I'm gonna say that basically you're enforcing death saving throws that you're hoping are in favor. That's safe. Okay, let me count.
Yeah, the first save was 7. The one I recently did was 7.
So
and I'm about to
non-success, success, non-success. Another saving throw.
8. Less on myself before I did this.
I'll give you a bonus attempt.
Okay.
gonna say?
And 19.
One last attempt is permitted. As you are trying, your mind is fully back in Dira All, the land of the dragons, trying to save your patients, trying to save the wounded who have been brought to you, who are dying, who are your brothers and sisters and countrymen. And as you pour healing spell after healing spell into him, you kind of sit back. And for a moment, the world is a haze around you as you've drained a lot of your own energy. And the angelic figures of the spirit guardians kind of come around you and bubble out of the distance. You see a final one, not as a little pixie-like angel. Could you roll an insight check for just quick? You see one standing tall in armor you have never seen before, head to toe, pearlescent white with gold trim, walking towards the figure, and holding in his hands a golden heart that he puts into Jameson. He looks at you. He says, "Heal my kingdom," as he bit by bit fades away from your vision. As you are recalled back to the words of that vision, where your God told you to heal his kingdom. And with that, we will end tonight's session. Good night.
Run!
Good night, and God bless.